Hello, my name is Liz Getty, and I want to talk to you about acid rain. I'll start off with what acid rain is, where it affects, the extent of how it is affected, what has and is being done, and what you, the individual, can do to keep going down the road to recovery. What is acid rain? Acid rain is the result of pollutants like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide mixing with the moisture in the air that eventually comes down as precipitation. Although there are natural sources, such as volcanoes and decaying vegetation, human activities are acid rain's biggest cause. Things like electricity generation, factories, and motor vehicles give off emissions that can travel hundreds of miles before being deposited. Where does it affect? Acid rain affects places like my hometown in the Adirondack Mountains of upstate New York. The Adirondack Park is the largest state park in the contiguous United States. It is home to several historic sites and beautiful mountains, lakes, and wildlife. It's the kind of place that you pass more deer than cars on your way to school in the morning. Acid rain hurts the rivers, lakes, streams, soil, and plants and animals living there. Why is it bad? Most lakes have a pH between 6 and 8, but acid rain causes lakes to become much more acidic, dropping below a pH of 5. Acid rain releases aluminum from soils, which is toxic to plants and animals. Several lakes have turned into dead lakes, which means that nothing lives in them anymore. What happens to the plants and animals? As the pH drops and the acidity increases, the aluminum levels also increase. Both the high acidity and the aluminum are toxic to plants and animals at different levels. Some types of fish can withstand higher acidity than others. Fish like perch can withstand a 4.5 pH, while bass can only withstand a 5.5. The fish's food is also affected, so even if the fish can withstand the pH, it may not be able to get everything it needs in order to survive. According to a 1981 New York Times article, brook trout, frogs, kingfishers, and loons no longer inhabited Big Moose Lake, a place that I've called my home in my entire life. I can happily report that, at the very least, the frogs and loon have since returned. According to the article, in 1981, Big Moose had a dangerous pH of 4.3, which, as the article quotes, would give some swimmers bloodshot eyes, similar to the effects of swimming in a highly chlorinated pool. The latest test on the water in 2012 shows that the pH is back up to about 5.9, very close to being considered normal again. In just 30 years, the effects of acid rain had gone down and the land began to heal. Why should I care? Even if you don't live in the middle of the woods, acid rain can still affect you. First off, several of the affected streams run into watersheds that hold water for several towns. Also, acid rain has been known to strip paint and deteriorate buildings and statues. Important or historical buildings have crumbled due to acid rain. It affects everywhere. What can be done? Factories that burn coal can switch to a cleaner energy source. In fact, even just washing the coal would help. Nuclear power, hydropower, wind energy, geothermal energy, and solar power are all alternative ways to produce clean energy. View, the new art center in Old Forge, uses both geothermal and solar energy. The EPA's acid rain program was added to the 1990 Clean Air Act. Starting in 2010, an emission limit was enforced on power plants. They could not release more than 8.95 million tons of sulfur dioxide emission a year. The program also set out to reduce the emissions of nitrogen oxides. What can I do? First off, walk or take a bike. Emissions from vehicles are a huge factor. If you are close enough to walk, walk. The pros far outweigh the cons. You'll be healthier, and you'll help the environment to be healthier in the long run as well. If you must take a vehicle, try to carpool or use public transportation. Make sure you turn off the lights when you leave the room and unplug electronics when they're not in use. Use energy-saving appliances. I have this cool hand-powered laundry pod, so I don't have to use a real washer machine as often. I also try to air dry my clothes as much as possible. Although acid rain in the Adirondacks has seen a massive improvement, there is still more we can do to help continue the recovery.